Hi students. Today we are going to continue working on subtraction using place value. So in order to do this along with me, you are going to grab your big math notebook, or not your notebook, your big math workbook. Now I tore the cover off of mine just to make it easier, but it's like your big math one. Okay, not the little one that we've been using lately, but the bigger one. And I would like for you to get out page 45, which I have right here. So lesson 10, page 45. And we are going to do some of these problems together. So go ahead and pause this video. And then when you have this paper and you are ready to follow along with your paper and a pencil, go ahead and resume. Okay, perfect. So we are not going to estimate today. Okay, yesterday we didn't estimate. Today we're not going to estimate. So you can just kind of cross that off. We're only going to do a couple problems together. Not all of these. We're going to do problems 2, even though this is kind of like problem number 1. But so we're going to do 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 together. The rest of the page you can always do on your own for extra practice if you would like. All right, so let me see if I can zoom in. Perfect. Okay, so let's do number 2. Okay, remember this is page 45 in your big math workbook. All right, so we have 386 minus 123. Now remember what I say, we always start in the ones place, okay? We're always starting in the ones place. So we do 6 minus 3. 6 minus 3 is 3. Keep in mind that we are subtracting today, okay? We are not adding, we are subtracting. It's really important to keep that symbol in your head and to always look at that when you're solving a math problem. Next, we go to the tens place, 8 minus 2. 8 minus 2 is 6. We haven't had to do any borrowing in this problem so far. And then the hundreds place, 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. So 263 is the correct answer. That problem was easy peasy because we didn't have to do any borrowing. I have a feeling in the next couple of ones we might have to. So let's see. Number 3, let's skip that one right now. We're going to skip it. We might come back to it, we might not. I want to do one where we have to borrow. All right, let's do number 4 together. 456 minus 217. All right, so we're always starting in the ones place here. 6 minus 7. What's 6 minus 7? Well, if you're thinking that we can't do that, then you're right. Okay, 6 minus 7. If you have 6, well, you can't really see my fingers because they're so zoomed in, but if you have 6 donuts, you cannot take away 7, right? You can only take away 6. That's your highest amount you can take away. So 6 minus 7 is something that we cannot do. So we have to go over to the tens place. We're going to knock on the tens door. Knock, knock, knock. They're going to say, who's there? And we're going to say, it's us. We need to borrow a 10. So they're always going to say, yes, you can. We're going to cross off that 5. The 5 is going to change to a 4. And we're going to cross off the 6 now. And remember, we always add 10 to that number. So it's like we're adding a 1 in front of that number. So this number is 6. And if I was going to add a 1 in front of it, it would be 16. Okay, because 6 plus 10 is 16. Now I can solve this problem in the ones place. I can do 16 minus 7. Go ahead and figure out what 16 minus 7 is. Now, remember, you can always count on your fingers, okay? You can use your hands. So you can do 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So the answer is 9, okay? Now, in the tens place, we have 4 minus 1. Well, if we have 4 donuts, can we eat 3? Or, I don't know where I got that number. If we have 4 donuts, can we eat 1? Yes, we can. So then we would have 3 left over. And in the hundreds place, 4 minus 2 is 2. Okay, so we only had to do a little bit of borrowing in that problem. The answer is 239. Next problem. Problem number 5. 642 minus 159. All right, so we're always going to start in the ones place, right? 2 minus 9. What's 2 minus 9? Let's see. I love to eat strawberry cupcakes. If I have 2 strawberry cupcakes, can I eat 9 of them? I always like to relate things to food if you can't tell. I'm sure that you've caught on to that by now. You can't do that, right? If you have 2 strawberry cupcakes, you can only eat 2. You can't eat 9 of them. That's a big bottom problem, right? 9 is bigger than 2. The bigger numbers on the bottom, which we do not want in subtraction, okay? So we have to go over to the tens place and we're going to borrow. We're going to knock on their door. Then they're going to say, who's there? We're going to say it's the ones place. We need a 10. And of course, they're going to say yes. That 4, we are subtracting 1 like always, so it will change to a 3. And this 2, we're just going to put a 1 in front of the 2. Pretty much like we just add 10 to it, so it changes to a 12. Now we can do 12 minus 9. Figure out what that is. If you're thinking that it's 3, you are right. Okay, remember if we have 9, 10, 11, 12. The answer is 3 for the ones place number. All right. Now we have 3 minus 5 in the tens place. If we have 3 chocolate cupcakes, can we eat 5? Big bottom problem alert, right? That's a big bottom problem. So, nope, can't do it. We have to go over to the hundreds now. Knock on their door. Knock on it with me. Knock, knock, knock. And they're going to say, who's there? It's the ones place. Or, nope, not the ones place. It's the tens place. We need to borrow 100, right? Because this is the hundreds place, so we're borrowing 100. We're going to subtract 1 from the 6, so it changes to 5 because we're taking 1 away to borrow. We're going to put a 1 in front of that 3 and make it 13. I know it's very, very tiny. You really just got to try to squeeze it in and be as organized as you can here so you don't get confused. If you wanted to write this on your whiteboard, you can, or even a scratch piece of paper so you have more room, because I know that there's not a lot of room on this paper. So 13 minus 5 now in the tens place. Go ahead and figure out what 13 minus 5 equals. Okay, so you can count up from 5. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 minus 5 is 8. And then 5 minus 1 in the hundreds place is 4. The answer is 483. Okay. We are going to do 2 more problems together. Let's go ahead and do problem. We're going to skip number 6 and we're going to go to number 7. Let's go to number 7. 870 minus 492. I would like for you to attempt to solve this problem on your own. Okay, there's going to be some borrowing. I'm going to give you a warning. There's going to be borrowing in this problem. I want you to pause the video and you are going to try to solve for this answer on your own. And when you're ready to solve it with me to see if you got the correct answer, then you can go ahead and resume. Okay, let's go ahead and go over this problem. So in the ones place, 0 minus 2. We cannot do that, right? 2 is a bigger number than 0. Big bottom problem. If you have 0 Skittles, you cannot eat 2 of them, okay? I have to knock on the tens place, borrow a 10. So that 7 is going to change to a 6. And the 0, well, we're adding 10 to it, pretty much just putting a 1 in front of that 0. So if I have a 0, add a 1 in front of it, changes to 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. Now I have 6 minus 9 in the tens place. Well, if you did this problem correctly, you would have known that you cannot do that either. Okay, that is also a big bottom problem. 9 is a bigger number than 16. You always have to think about that when you are subtracting. You always need to look at the bottom number to see if it's bigger than the top one. That's a mistake that we make a lot. And even sometimes I might make that mistake. So we have to borrow. We have to go over to the hundreds place, which is the 8 here. Okay, we have to change the 8 to a 7 because we are subtracting 1. Now I'm going to add a 1 in front of that 6 there to make 16. 16 minus 9. That should be 7. And then 7 minus 4 in the hundreds place is 3. 378 is the right answer. If you got that problem correct, give yourself a little pat on the back. If you didn't, I hope you understand what you did incorrect now, because now you're going to get another chance to do another problem on your own. So number 8, 654 minus 263. I would like for you to do that problem on your own. When you're ready to go over it with me, please resume the video. All right, let's go over this problem. Let's see, 4 minus 3. Do I have a big bottom problem there? Is 3 bigger than 4? No. If I have 4 strawberry cupcakes, I can definitely eat 3. So then I'll just have 1 left over, right? So 4 minus 3 is 1. Over in the tens place, 5 minus 6. Excuse me. 5 minus 6. Is that a big bottom problem? Is 6 bigger than 5? Yes, it is. I cannot eat 6 cupcakes if I only have 5 of them in the first place. I have to go over to the 100. Knock, 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 knock. We're going to borrow a 100. That 6 will change to a 5 because it's subtracting 1, right? We're taking away really 100, right? This number is actually 600 because it is in the hundreds place. So if we're taking away 100, then it's going to change to 5 to really mean 500 now. Now we are adding a 1 in front of this 5, or really you're adding a 10 to it, okay? So 5 plus 10 is 15, or if you just write down a 5 with a 1 in front, changes to 15 too. 15 minus 6 now. Remember, you can always count up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, that is 9. And then 5 minus 2. Oops, I didn't really line up my place value there very well, so I'm going to fix that. Here we go. 5 minus 2 is 3. 391 is the right answer. So if you got that answer correct, give yourself a little pat on the back. And if you didn't, then I hope you understand what you did incorrect now. Now, I understand that subtracting can be a little bit more challenging for us than addition. That is completely normal. However, if you are still struggling with this, you can do a couple things. You can rewatch this video, which I would suggest to be number 1, okay? Sometimes you might have to rewatch videos to understand things a little bit better. Number 2, you could ask a parent for help if a parent is available, or a grown-up, or an older brother or sister. So if they are available to help you, then you could always ask for help. But if they are working or if they are busy, then I need for you to either try to solve this on your own, or you can email Miss Johnson, me, and I can help you on email, or we can set up a Google Meet one-on-one with both of us, so I can help you on there. Okay, so you have lots of options you can do if you don't understand this, but your first thing to do should be to rewatch this video to kind of go over it again to help you a little bit to understand. And then after this, you are going to go on Seesaw and complete a little Seesaw assignment for today. Okay? So I will see you guys next time, and I hope you had fun subtracting with me. Bye.